here from Muladhara Yoga. Thank you for joining me in this lovely heart open practice. So go ahead and come to your seat with the legs crossed. And we're going to bring the palms to face down on the knees. When you arrive, closing the eyes, sitting nice and tall. Just allow the shoulders to come away from the ears. And take a moment in your seat, allowing any distractions to just slip away. And start to bring the focus to your breath. Noticing whether the breath is shallow. Seeing if you can slow down the breath. Allowing both the mind and body to slow down from the fast pace of life. And today I ask that you practice with ease and without judgment, appreciating your body as it is, focusing on what you can do rather than what you may struggle with. Continue with a nice slow breath. Take a nice deep inhale, fill the entire lungs. And lock in the breath at the top and hold for 3, 2, 1 and release. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, locking in the breath. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. Final round. Big deep inhale. Holding in the breath for 3, 2, 1. Exhale. And just start to gently drop your chin towards your chest. Allowing your head to hang nice and heavy, feeling that nice stretch all the way down through the back of the neck, through the middle of the shoulders. And feel free to circle the shoulders, just slowly waking up the body. Drawing the head back up through centre when you're ready, and just gently fluttering the eyes open when you're ready. Let's make our way to tabletop. So come into all fours. And we're going to take the knees nice and wide, bring the big toes together and sit back towards the heels and come into child's pose. Reaching the arms forward, allowing the chest to come down to the floor, followed by the forehead. If you're feeling tired in the arms today, go ahead and stack the arms on top of one another, creating that nice pillow for the forehead. And whichever position you've chosen to come into, draw the eyes down to close once more. Allow your rib cage to become heavy as it rests down on the floor. Take a big breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Couple more breaths here. Try and reach the glutes back towards the heels whilst reaching forward if the arms are forward. Finding that full extension in the spine. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, start to walk the hands towards you. Come back to tabletop. Make sure your knees are stacked underneath your hips, hip width apart. Feet are nice and flat on the floor and hands are stacked underneath the shoulders. Just start drawing some circles to begin. You can make these circles as small or as big as you wish. Feel free to explore the movement. Allowing the breath to guide you as you move forward and back. Changing direction when you're ready. And then coming back through centre. I'm going to do a couple of rounds of cat-cow to really get our back waking up. So as you inhale, really press through the floor. Lift your chest and allow the sit bones to lift. Heart shines open. As you breathe out, start to round. Draw the navel in towards the back of the spine. Really tuck your chin in towards your chest. Inhale, coming back to your cow pose. Belly button starts dropping down towards the floor this time. Exhale, round. Push the middle of your back up towards the ceiling. Take 2 more rounds. Inhale, shoulder blades come together. Lift the chest. Exhale, round, angry cat. Final round, inhaling to lift the chest. And exhaling to round, tuck the tailbone under. And come back to a flat back. And take the right leg and extend it behind us, coming onto the ball of the right foot. Really pressing back through the heel. So you can feel that lovely yummy stretch through the calf muscle. And start to lift the leg just a couple of inches above the ground. And see if you can reach your left arm forward. Keep gazing down to the floor. Let's hold it here for a moment. Pressing through your pinky finger to help with your balance. Take a nice deep inhale, reach forward, extend the leg back. Exhale, we're going to crunch in the middle. Imagine you're trying to kiss your knee. 2 more times. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, crunch in the middle. 1 more. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, crunch in the centre. And then drop your left hand and your right knee back down. Circle off the ribs. We're going to do 2 quick cat-cows just to break up. So inhale to lift the chest once more. Exhale as you round. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. Lovely, well done. Coming back to a flat back. Let's take the left leg back now. Pressing back through the left heel to begin. Inhale, lift, extend the right arm forward, palm faces in. Stay here for 2 breaths. If your hips curling out to the side, just draw it back down so it's facing down towards the floor. Inhale, reach forward, kick back. Exhale, crunch in the middle. Elbow comes to knee. Inhale as you lengthen, 2 more. Exhale, crunch in the middle. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, crunch in the middle. Lovely, well done. Right hand and left knee comes back down. I'm going to start walking the knees back a couple of inches. Walk the hands forward a couple of inches. Take a nice deep inhale here. Exhale, start to lower your chest down. Hip stays up in the sky. And as you come down, as the chest lowers to the floor, allow your hips to follow. We're going to hug our elbows nice and tight in towards the body. Hands are underneath the shoulders, and make sure that you're pressing your thighs and the top of your feet into the floor, so almost your kneecaps will start to lift. We'll stay here in baby cobra to begin. Chest is just slightly lifted. And if you'd like a little bit more, release the hands from the floor. Keep tucking the elbows in nice and tight. Keep breathing nice and slow. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, lower the hands down, allow the forehead to come down to the mat and just let everything become like jelly. We're not holding any tension anywhere. Kneecaps come back down to the floor. And then when you're ready, hug the elbows nice and tightly in once more. Press the hands into the floor. Inhale, lift the chest, come into full cobra. If this is too much, come back down to baby cobra. Make sure your shoulders are away from your ears. You can have a little bend in your elbows and feel a nice stretch through the middle of the back. And exhale and lower back down. Let's do this 2 more times. Forehead comes to mat. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lower down. Final round, inhale as you lift the chest. Let's hold here for 2 breaths. Nice and slow. Deep inhale. Exhale, lower the chest all the way down. We're going to press through the hands, but we're coming all the way up, 3 tabletop, and then coming to sit back on our heels. The feet are resting on the floor to begin. Bring your hands to your thighs. Just allow your shoulders to relax once more. Take a nice deep inhale. Reach your arms all the way up towards the sky. As you exhale, bring your hands to prayer and bring your prayer down to your heart center. Make sure your elbows are nice and lifted. I'm going to take a nice deep inhale here. And as you exhale, start to twist over to your right side. The nice thing about sitting on the heels is that we can't move from the hips, so we are just moving from the center of the body. Take another deep inhale. Exhale, bring the prayer back through center and go over to the left side. Twisting from the middle, try not to slouch, keep the back nice and tall. 2 more breaths on the left side. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, bring the hands back through center. Lovely, well done. I'm going to bring the hands away, bring them alongside the body. We're going to start to press up and come up onto the toes. I'm going to bring the hands to our heels. So we're setting ourselves up for camel pose. If camel is too much for you, bring your hands to your back and just bring your shoulders together, the shoulder blades together so your chest is still lifting. That's enough, you can stay there. Or you can follow me and we'll come into full camel. So really allowing the heart to shine nice and open, drawing in all of that loving energies, bringing them into the heart center. So go bring your hands to your heels. We're going to do this in reverse. So rather than reaching back, we're going to have our hands ready. So bring your shoulder blades together. Your chest will start to lift. And then see if you can lift your hips up, then take your gaze back. So keep lifting your hips, pressing them forward. Bringing in our first lovely back bend. Take a couple more breaths here. Nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, start to sit back towards the heels, then gently come back up. I'm going to lower the feet back down and bring the arms alongside the legs. And go ahead and bring your forehead down to the mat. See if you can round the back a little bit here, bring some opposition to our pose. Couple of breaths here. Allow your heart to melt towards the thighs. And when you're ready, start bringing the hands forward. We're going to press up, walk the hands forward, bring the legs back, and we're going to tuck the toes under, lift the hips up, come straight into your down dog. Make sure your fingers are pressed nice and tightly into the floor so we're helping protect the wrists. Take a generous bend in your knees if you need to, if you're feeling tight in your hamstrings. We're just going to try and keep our hips nice and lifted whilst doing this and pressing our chest towards the legs. We're just going to pause in our downward dog for a moment. Just see how you feel in your pose. Noticing where you might be feeling tight in the body. And before we move on, we're going to take a nice cleansing breath. So if you've not done a cleansing breath before, this is when we sigh as we exhale through the mouth. But the theme I'd like to bring in is that you're inhaling an energy of feeling of self-compassion and self-love. And as you exhale, shed anything that is of self-criticism. So take a deep inhale and exhale, sigh, release. Lovely, well done. Let's start pedaling out the feet. So bending one knee as the opposite heel draws down to the earth. Just take a couple of breaths here. Go ahead and take the knees over to opposite sides. If you want to add in a little bit of a twist into your downward dog. I'm going to start walking the feet towards our hands at the top of the mat. Coming into our forward fold. And go ahead and allow your arms to hang nice and heavy here. Again, bending into the knees if you're feeling tight in the hamstrings. And just make sure that you're gazing through your legs. We don't want to be looking up as we're going to hunch the neck and it's not going to feel very nice. So just the head's heavy, arms are heavy. And let's take hold of opposite elbows and bring in a nice slow sway from side to side. Almost shifting the weight through each heel as you move. Make this nice and slow. And allow the arms to come down once more. Let's start rolling up. And imagine you're coming into an angry cat back once more. So really rounding your spine, tucking your chin in towards your chest as you start to rise up one vertebrae at a time. Nice, slow, steady movement. Coming all the way up to standing into your mountain. Palms are facing forward, shoulders remain relaxed, and almost allow your kneecaps to relax here. Allow the ground to support you just for a moment. Let's start building up a little bit of energy, building up some fire, some heat. So take a nice deep inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Bring the hands down. Inhale, halfway lift, you can bring your hands to the shins. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Step or jump back to your plank pose. Now you can drop your knees here, similar to what we did at the beginning. Or we're going to hover down, hugging the elbows in, coming down through chaturanga. Inhale, lift. You can come to cobra or up dog. Exhale, push back, find downward dog. Now pause here for a moment. Go ahead and pedal out the feet again if you wish. When you're ready, I'm going to take a nice deep inhale, lift the right leg all the way up towards the sky. As you exhale, start to bend your right knee, bring it through the chest. And we're going to step through the hands. We're going to stay here for a moment. Coming into a runner's lunge, so fingertips are on the floor, pressing back through the left heel. We're going to prepare ourselves for high lunge. So when you feel ready, inhale, lift the arms up. If this is too much, drop the back knee. But I encourage you to try and stay lifted if you can. I'm going to take a nice deep inhale, reach the fingertips all the way up towards the sky. Exhale as you bend the elbows, cactus the arms. Let the chest become open once more, leaning back slightly. Keep bending the right knee. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, plant the hands down, frame the front foot, step back, find plank, and lower down once more through chaturanga. Inhale as you lift up, dog or cobra. Exhale, push back, down dog. Take a moment, get your breath back. Pedal out the feet once more if you wish. Moving on to the left side. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, bend the left knee, draw it through the chest, stepping through your hands. Staying here for a moment, getting your balance ready. Inhale, lift the arms up, find your high lunge. Keep pressing back through the right heel. Inhale, reach the fingertips up nice and high. Exhale, bend the elbows, cactus the arms, take that little back bend as you push the hips forward. Breath nice and slow and steady. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, plant the hands down, step back, find plank. Let's go through another flow. Hovering down. Inhale as you lift. Exhale, push back down dog. See if you can press your chest as close towards your legs as you can whilst drawing your heels down. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Taking a moment to reset. I'm going to start to pivot forward and find plank pose. Just make sure that your shoulders are stacked above your wrists. We don't want to be too far forward, we don't want to cause pressure to our wrists here. Just pausing for a moment. Engaging those core muscles, drawing the navel in. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, drop the knees. I'm going to walk the knees back and make our way back down to the floor once more. So hovering the chest down and lower the hips as you arrive. And take the arms alongside the body and just come to bring the forehead all the way down on the mat. Slow, steady breaths. We're just going to start by bringing the right heel in towards the right glute. And go ahead and take hold of the back of your ankle. Keep pressing the heel in to the body. Bring in a nice quad stretch. 2 more breaths here. And lowering the right leg down. When you're ready, let's swap over. Grabbing hold of the left ankle, pressing in the left heel towards the left glute. Preparing ourselves for our bow pose. Our final deep back bend of today's class. 2 more breaths. And go ahead and bring the right heel in to join with the left. So you can either grab onto the ankles, or it may be more comfortable for you to hold onto the feet, either or. And just start by bringing the shoulder blades together. Your chest is lifted, arms are pulling in, and this may be enough for you. And if it is, just stay here. Or if you'd like more, we're going to start pressing our feet back into our hands. So starting to lift the legs and the chest. Pausing here for 3 breaths. Keep pressing back through the hands. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down. Allow the legs to rest, arms are resting. Come to lay on the right ear. Allow the breath to regulate once more. We have a tendency to really hold on to our breath when we come into those poses. Allow the heart rate to slow down. We're going to bring the hands to stack underneath the shoulders once more. Press up. And we're going to come back and sit in our child's pose. So taking the knees wide, sitting back towards the heels. We're going to take a little bend in the elbows and bring the forehead down. Around the back to rest for a moment. A couple more breaths here. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, start to come and sit up towards your heels once more. We're just going to allow the hips to roll over to the right, and we're going to bring the legs in front of us. Bring the feet to flex towards the body. And just stay here for a moment. Resetting once more. Let's take a nice deep inhale and reach the arms up. as you exhale, start to fold forward. See if you can find your feet with your hands, and if you can't, bring your hands alongside the legs. And it's not about forcing your body down. We want to keep a nice flat back rather than rounding to force our head down to our knees. We'll go ahead and bend the knees if you need to. Pausing here just for 2 more breaths, keep gazing down towards the legs. We have a tendency to start pointing our feet here, so try and keep actively flexing the feet towards you. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, come to sit back up. Lovely, well done. Let's make our way down to the floor. So start shuffling up towards the top of your mat, bending the knees. We're going to take the hands to the back of the knees and just gently start to roll back and hug the knees in towards the chest. Rocking from side to side. Massaging the body into the floor. Paying gratitude for the strength our body shows, not only in our practice but every day. And we're going to start to bring the soles of the feet down to the floor. And just walk the heels away a couple of inches. I'm going to cactus the arms once more, so bending the elbows. And bring the feet to come together in the knees. I'm just going to start dropping the knees over to the right. Allow them to rest as close to the floor as you can, whilst keeping the shoulders pressed down. Just coming into a gentle twist. Feel free to close down the eyes as we prepare ourselves for our Shavasana, a piece of relaxation. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, bring the knees back through centre and go ahead and take them over to the left side now. Couple more breaths here. Deep inhale, fill the lungs with the breath. Exhale, knees come back through centre and hug in through the chest once more. Let's create our tight body ball. So bringing up your forehead towards your knees, creating that nice tight ball. And then relax, allowing the head to come gently back down to the floor. And just take a moment to make any final movements you need to before coming to lay on the floor with the legs out long, bring the feet to the corners of the mat. Arms are coming out to the wider side of the body with the palms facing up. And when we come to lay down, we have a tendency to have a gap underneath our back. So just try and make some adjustments to see if you can bring your back down to the floor. Tucking in your chin towards your chest to find that extension. And bring the eyes down to close if you haven't already. Taking a moment to take control over your breath once more. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. Feeling the body become heavier with every exhale. Feeling the body surrender into the floor. Just allow gravity to take over. There's no need to hold any tension in the body at this moment. All that matters is you and your breath. jaw softens, eyelids become heavy, every part of your being surrenders. Let's end today's class by breathing in and imagining, bringing in all of the feelings of self-love, bringing in all of the positive energy, and exhaling to release anything that no longer serves you purpose. Just start gently wiggling the fingers and the toes. Bring the legs together, pointing the toes, arms come above the head, take that nice full body stretch. We're going to take our time, start rolling over, bending the knees, coming over to the left or the right, you choose. I'm just taking a moment here. Slowly allowing the body and the mind to wake up. And pressing the palm into the floor, let's start slowly making our way up towards our seat. Coming back to cross-legged, or if that's uncomfortable, you can bring the legs in front. Let's bring the hands to rest on the knees once more, palms facing down, shoulders relaxed. I'm going to start to drop the chin towards the chest once more, feeling that final stretch down through the neck and through the shoulders. Feel free to circle the shoulders as well. Finding stillness, let's bring the hands to prayer. Prayer comes to heart center. Pressing the thumbs into the heart and bowing towards the fingers. And just take a moment here to pay gratitude to you, to your mind, to your body. Being thankful for both the mind and body without any judgment. I hope you can take this feeling of calm energy and self-love with you off your mat. Namaste.